Morning, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Love 500. Welcome back to another smallish video on Project Dirt, where we left it the other day. As you saw, we had the failed MOT. Wasn't that bad. I've ordered all the bits. Some of the bits have come. One or two of the bits have come. I'm still waiting for the springs. I don't think they're going to come till Thursday, so obviously they won't take very long to do anyway. But I thought what I'd do today, I've got some gun gum. I bought some gun gum, so I'm going to do that. Find out where that joint is blowing on the back of the exhaust somewhere, and I'm going to whack some gun gum around there. Someone did suggest using fire cement, but I'd already ordered that, so otherwise I would have bought some fire cement. But I'll use that, and hopefully that will do the trick on that. I'm also going to get underneath and have a look and see where this bracket that's missing off the exhaust, and I think, as someone suggested, I think I'll just go to an exhaust place. It'll be easier just to go to an exhaust place and get them to do that. We've got the brake the brake cylinder for the rear brake. We don't really know whether that's the issue with the handbrake cable or not, because the actual brake itself is working, it's just the handbrake that's not working. So I'm going to have a look at that, see if I can figure it out, maybe change that. If it's not that, then what I'll do is I'll book it into the garage where the MOT was done to get them to sort that and get it MOT'd again, re-MOT it and get it done once and for all. But obviously I can't do that until I've got those springs on, but that will be probably Thursday, because that's when it's going to come. So yeah, I'm going to get this up on ramps at the back rather than jacking it up. I'm going to drive it up onto ramps and have a look at it and see if we can figure out where this exhaust leak is coming from. Okay, so under the car, let's get the torch up there. So this is the joint here. Put that down there. This is the joint here. So that clamp is joining the two pieces together. So we don't know whereabouts out there it is, somewhere around that joint. So I'm guessing it's probably here. So this is where I'm going to put the gun. I'm going to get it all the way around, and hopefully that will seal it. Can't quite see up the front of the where the bracket is from here, so once I've got this bit done. So this beam is a little bit on the rusty side as well. It is only surface rust, but I did buy some black hammerite, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to brush that off, and I'm going to get some hammerite underneath it and on the bottom of these as well. Again, it is only surface rust, but it don't look very nice, so I'm going to put some black hammerite over it. These are the springs. I can't see which is this spring. I'm trying to see the bit in there. I can't see it. I think it's just a complete bit missing. Actually, looks all right, doesn't it? From here, he definitely said offside. My head's facing the other way on the other one, so unless he's mistaken, he's put offside and it's near side. I can't actually see into there properly to see the bit that's broken off. But we look forward to doing those. Hopefully they'll come tomorrow, but I think more likely to be Thursday. That's what the tracking said. So I'm going to put some gloves on, get the gun gum out, and then get some whacked on that. I don't know how long you have to leave it before it goes off. Also, I don't want to start the engine until it's gone off, so I can just roll it back down off of the ramps. So right, let's get on and do that. Obviously I'm not going to be able to film that, but we'll do it and then we'll show you afterwards. Okay, so we've done a little bit now. So what we've done is we've done the gun gum. I decided to put it both sides. I may have put too much on there, I really don't know, to be honest. I've never used it before, but I thought the more I put on, the better, really. It's going to seal it, isn't it? And then also what I've done is I've brushed all the loose rust off of this back beam, and then I've put black hammerite all over it to protect it and obviously make it look a bit better. So that will be much better now. Even done the bar as well, the anti-roll bar thing as well. So that looks much better now. I didn't bother doing on the inside, but I've done the outside. The inside's not rusty anyway, it's just the outside. That's obviously the bit that gets all the weather, isn't it? So that looks much better. So I'm going to leave that. The paint takes about an hour to dry, so I shall leave it like that. And I don't know how long the gun gum takes, it doesn't say, but I'll just leave it as long as possible, and I'll roll the car down in an hour once the paint's dried, and then we can get it up at the front and have a look at that exhaust bracket under there as well. Right, as you know, when I cleaned the seats the other day, obviously they are nice and dry now, perfectly dry now. Obviously they've been another 3 days since the last video, so they are nice and clean. We didn't bother cleaning this one because it's got a cigarette burn in it, so I showed you the other one that I've cleaned, so I am going to change this one now. I'm not going to bother filming it because you've seen it all before, but it's actually not even on very well. Big gap down the side, so why that is, who knows. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll come back. What's next? Well, we've got to leave this for a while, as I said a few minutes ago, for to let it dry off, let the paint dry off and the gun gum before I start it. So I don't want to, there's no point me putting gun gum on and then starting the engine, which then blows the gun gum out. So I'm going to leave that for a good while yet before I move it. Don't know what time it is, I haven't got a clue what time it is. Where's my clock? Clock is up there. It's always 4:10 now, so time's getting on. I thought it was starting to look a little bit on the dark side, so I've not done very much on this today. I didn't come out until this afternoon, but there wasn't that much for me to do. I'm going to touch up a few bits of the paint now, I think, as the car's relatively clean after I cleaned it the other day. Just the final sort of, even though it's not ready to go, just the final bits of titubation just to get it ready to go, so to speak. Once I've got, so what have I got left? I've got the springs to do, the exhaust bracket, which I might actually leave that till the morning now, because by the time I actually come to move this, it's going to be quite, it's not going to be very light, so I might not be able to, because I've got to get under Project Beige Girl as well and have a look at that one, which maybe I'll do that in the morning now. So yeah, so we'll come back anyway tomorrow, and we'll have a look at that bracket and see what we need. If it's something I could do myself, I might just go and get one. If it's a bog standard bracket that I can get on Amazon or something, I'll just order one and it'll come the following day. Failing that, I'll just take it down to an exhaust place and get them to do it. But yeah, we'll come back later or maybe tomorrow. So what we decided to do was, as it was getting dark, I decided to leave the front, that front exhaust bracket, leave that until tomorrow. So I'll get under there tomorrow morning and have a look at that. But what I wanted to show you was, before I did all this today, I had a little session on Copart. There were lots of cars and they were all coming up, all at the same place, one after the other. Oh. As I was saying, they all came up in sandwich, all one after the other virtually. So we had a little bid fest. So I'm going to show you what we had, what we were bidding on, what we were looking at. So let's go into that now. So there's a few cars I'm thinking about bidding on today. I've still obviously got Project Beige Girl and Project Dirt, but of course they're virtually finished now. So it's time to start looking around for something else. We've got this black lounge comes up in Roachford shortly. There's front damage. It's going to need new bumper, new bonnet, no doubt front panel. Parts are available on eBay at the moment, possibly wing, maybe wing, but that's pretty much, I think, apart from that. Oh no, it's, of course no, it's got this at the back as well, so again that's probably going to have to go to the body shop to get that done. The bumper might be okay, probably broken, but it's got a little bit of a folded up wing. I think that's a shadow, I don't think that's a dent, but it's got this dent here, so it would have to go to the body shop, which is a pain in the backside. So, because we all know that that's not a quick job. 55,000 miles. At the moment, it's 775 quid. It's 11:45 at the moment, and its auction starts at 12 o'clock. That's now number 125, so that'll be an hour or so into it. There's also this red one, which doesn't look much wrong with it really. I don't know if the bonnet's open or whether there's damage there. You can't really see very much in the way of damage on this car. I think it says front damage, so it's Cat S, this one as well, which is odd. Obviously we know there can be issues with colour with red. Nothing's blatantly obvious on this one. It's had cam belt done. You can see they've stuck the sticker there. Strange place to put it, but 68,000 miles. Looks like it needs good polish. But apart from that, there doesn't seem to be much wrong with it. That's at 525. That is a minimum bid, so of course we don't know what that reserve price is. So, and the other one that's interesting is this one. It's a Cat D, so it's a previously repaired Cat D, presumably. It's 13 plate convertible in white, as you can see. Not much wrong with it at all. Can't remember what the actual damage was now. Seats are disgusting. I hate those seats in the convertible. I would get rid of those and put some sport seats in it. Hate them, hate them, hate them, hate them. I think they're the most ugliest seats ever, apart from these ones being filthy, of course. Now it says here about mileage discrepancies being indicated. I've looked at the MOT status. The last MOT was done in kilometres, and this one, as you can see there, says 80,519 kilometres. So they've got it down on the listing as miles. So it's obviously someone selected kilometres to display on it. So it's actually 49,000 miles rather than 80,000 miles. So I'm hoping people might not realise that, and it all put some people off. Looks like there's a bit of something going on here. So that would need to be repaired. Possibly something here. I don't know whether that's a shadow or not. It's difficult to tell. And obviously the door has got an issue there. That's nothing much. Just a slightly ill-fitting rear bumper. But there doesn't seem to be much wrong with that. So, yeah, so that's down as 80,000 miles. And it says there's a discrepancy. But, of course, there isn't a discrepancy. It's got keys, although it says on there, number of keys with vehicle 0. The keys are in the picture. On the listing, it says keys, yes. And that one is also a minimum bid, unfortunately, but that's at 725 as well. So that one is number 32 in the auction. So that'll only be half an hour in or something like that. And the other one I'm interested in is this one, which is a blue one. Now, have a look at the colour there. The looks, so when that's had a new wing at some point, that door, this looks identical to the one we had with the red pop, the problems. It looks like, bumper looks, I would say, the same as the door, but that wing looks different. It's difficult to tell with a horizontal surface there on the bonnet whether that matches or not, but that side, I think looks okay. It looks slightly different through my camera, but looking at this, it looks like it pretty much matches. And I have had issues with colour on this colour before. I've done this colour several times. That bumper looks very, very slightly different. Again, it may be just because it's a plastic bumper. The boot look does as well. So there might possibly be some colour issues on this, possibly, but nothing that can't be overcome. Engine all looks good. It's only done 43,000 miles. No lights up. Slight couple of dings in the bonnet, which can always be taken out. Wouldn't need to put a new bonnet on for that. So that's Cat D. So again, it's going to be a previously repaired car. Only issue with this one that puts me off a little bit is number of former keepers is 7. It's got the V5 with it. It's also got the service history with it. But for, I think it's a 2015? No, what car? Yeah, it's a 15 plate. So it's a 5-year-old car and it's had 7 owners. So that sort of worries me a little bit. I mean, you could say that at least one of those owners is the person that bought it to repair it. So is it a lemon? Or is it just one of those cars that seems to have had a lot of owners? It's difficult to tell, really. So there's others coming up that tomorrow and in days to come, but these are the ones that are all together. I've deleted some. I did have several others that are all coming up one after the other at Sandwich, but they are they've gone for too much money. Some of them are approaching £2,000, so I'm going to watch the auctions and see what happens. So with a bit of luck, you never know, if I can get something at a decent price, whether it be the convertible, the red one or the blue one or the black one, I might get something and I will report back if I do. I've just been bidding on a few cars on Copart, the auction. There's quite a few at Sandwich today, all coming up one after the other. Some of them have gone for far too much money, so I took them off my watch list. But I've just won a car, a 2013 previous repaired Cat D convertible in white. I won it for my winning bid was £1,300, but it's on reserve, or minimum bid as they on approval they call it. So I've just logged back into my account after I've won it for £1,300 and they've counter bid. I'll show you what they've counter bid. You ready for this? There's the car. It's nice. It says 80,000 miles. This is the one I showed you before. It says 80,000 miles, kilometres rather. Sorry, that shows miles. The car is actually in kilometres, so it's actually 49,000 miles. So my winning bid was 1,300 and the seller minimum is 2,800, and they're asking me to accept that. Are they having a laugh? So I just won the red one, the 2011 red Lounge that I showed you, the one that was possible colour issues, but not very much damage to it as far as I could see. As you can see, I won it for 1,250 quid and they want 2,200. So I should be pushing the stay at 1,250 quid, so that's two now, as you can see. Yeah, I won't be getting either of those, clearly. Yeah, I think it's highly unlikely they'll accept my £1,250, but I shall stick to my guns, and that'll be down to them then. So, about half an hour or so after I've finished recording that video, I checked back on my account, and they'd accepted my price, my winning price of £1,250. So they wanted an extra £995. Let's call it an extra £1,000. Let's call it double what I actually bid, pretty much. I stuck to my guns, and they accepted it. 1,250 quid. So if this isn't a lesson to whenever you bid on Copart and it doesn't reach reserve, stick to your guns. Don't bid anymore. A lot of the time, that car will end up back on Copart again the following week, and then eventually it will sell. They often bring the price down and down and down, or the reserve price down and down and down. In this case, they obviously wanted shot. Maybe it's a lemon and I bought a wrong one, but we'll see. But anyway, they accepted it, £1,250. Got the invoice here in front of me. So the sale price £1,250. Buyer fee of £139. It's not too bad. Virtual bid fee appears to have gone up. I swear that used to be £39. It's now £59. I don't know. They don't even announce it anymore. They just put their prices up to whatever they like. Lot retrieval, i.e. sticking it on a forklift, 40 quid. As we know, that's used to be 15, I think it was. And VAT on those charges is £47.60. So it comes to a grand total of £1,535 and 60p. They wanted, what was it, 2,250? 2,200. I won it for 1,250. What can I say? It's coming tomorrow. I didn't expect it to be coming tomorrow. I haven't paid for it yet, actually, but the Galleon has booked a slot for tomorrow afternoon, and I will pay for it this evening, and then I'll be getting it tomorrow afternoon. Don't know what time, but tomorrow afternoon we will have a new project, so we'll look forward to that. So this video will continue tomorrow, because we'll get that car up on the ramps and have a look at that exhaust thing, and see what else we can do with it. So that was Project Dirt, of course, but we will have an extra video within the next few days of the new project, and we've got to come up with a name for it as well, of course. I think I know what the name's going to be. Anyway, see you tomorrow. Morning, welcome back to the channel. Next day again. Again, not much to do today. We're going to be getting it up at the front and having a look at that bracket. If it's an unusual bracket, then I'm going to this afternoon drive it down to an exhaust place and see if we can get it done. So let's get it up on ramps. So I think it's here. So we got the, well, it's not really a bracket. Let's put the torch on it. We got that, which is connected. This like the mount on the gearbox. So I'm guessing that there was a little rusty piece of metal that fell off from here. So I think it's on this join. So to me that looks like a bog standard bracket. So there's no point me taking it to an exhaust place for that. I'm going to just double check by looking under Beige Girl I'll climb under there and have a look. But I think it's just that. So all it is just an ordinary clamp, exhaust clamp. It is quite rusty under here, I have to say. But I suppose exhaust pipes do display rust on the outside, don't they? It's obviously, I say it's passed its MOT. It hasn't passed its MOT, but it hasn't fouled for any rust or anything like that. So yeah, I think it's going to be that one. So I'm just going to go and have a look under Beige Girl, see what I can see. Yeah, and then we'll go from there, and then I'll get an Amazon and I'll get one ordered, which I can then get tomorrow, and then get it on. So here we are under Beige Girl. I think you can see just there. That's the bracket. Yeah, that's the exhaust bracket there. So it's just a matter of ordering one. That's good. So we'll get one ordered on Amazon now. Alright, so I've as you saw there, I just got under Beige Girl. I pushed Beige Girl back a little bit. I just rolled it back a couple of feet so I could get under the front. And to put it back, I was just going to start the engine and put it back. The battery's completely dead. So I unlocked it with the key, you know, with the remote, to get in it and roll it back. And I've just gone to start it and it's completely dead. Gone to put the what do you call it? Lock the door with the remote, and it doesn't do anything. So the battery is completely as flat as a pancake. So what I'm going to do, I've got a battery from Project Kiwi down there, which was okay at the time. I'm going to stick that on charge for a couple of hours, give it a good charge, and I'm going to swap the batteries over. So that battery hasn't been, well, I'm just trying to think when I last used that car. It was a while ago. It's been parked there for a bit. I did move it out onto the road. It was on the driveway, so it's been out there for a couple of weeks, I suppose, but it's completely and utterly flat as pancake. So I'll swap those batteries over. But yeah, strange that. I wouldn't expect it to be completely flat like that. Maybe go doot doot doot, but nothing. Not a thing. Not a piddly bit of power at all. So right, let's get this back off the ramps, and we'll get this bracket ordered. Then hopefully it'll come tomorrow. We can get it on. I'm also expecting to get a new wing for Beige Girl tomorrow, which has cost me £130, more than I wanted to pay, but it should, fingers crossed, save me going to the body shop. So fingers crossed that when it comes, it's undamaged and it matches. It's off of a car of the same age in the right colour, so it should by rights work, but we'll see. Anyway, let's get this off the ramps and sort this battery out. Okay, so I've ordered the clamps. I've ordered a couple of different ones, two different sizes as well. I've measured the diameter of the exhaust pipe on the one I took off a Kiwi where I'd cut it off, and it's exactly 40 mil. So I've ordered 40 mil, but I've also ordered 42 mil as well. They are slightly adjustable anyway, and I've also ordered some adjustable ones between 40 and 43 mil just to make sure. The better ones aren't going to be able to get here till Monday. This is on Amazon, and the others on Saturday. So at least I'll have something on Saturday that I can get it on. Not ideal because I'm at work on Saturday, but you never know. Amazon, sometimes they come before they're meant to anyway. So it'd be good if they came Friday, then I could put it on Friday and it'd be ready to go. So the only thing apart from that and changing the wipers, which I don't think I need to change because I've just checked them. The only other thing I've got to do apart from the springs, which are hopefully coming tomorrow, is that back wheel, back handbrake, rear handbrake on the driver's side. So I'm probably going to leave that until tomorrow now, because I need to get this car out of the way for the time being. I've got to sort out my pipe work down here. It's got a big sag in it, and my boiler's leaking, so I need to sort that out. Someone pointed out earlier in the year, during the summer, about how the fall wasn't big enough on this pipe work. And I did say I was going to do it before the winter, so obviously we're not at freezing temperatures at the moment, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm going to get this car out of the way and get my drill out and saw out and so on and do that. Anyway, that's not car related. Let's get back to the car. So yes, I'm going to move this out of the way. We'll come back tomorrow. I'm going to finish this video here. Get this one uploaded for tomorrow morning. And the next video you'll see on this will be when I sort out the brakes. And then we'll get it back to the MOT station. If I can't sort that brake problem out, if I can't figure, I've got a feeling it might just be lubrication. He said it might be the brake cylinder, but I'm thinking, and no doubt you'll correct me if I'm wrong, if it was the brake cylinder stuck, rusty, whatever, then the back brake wouldn't work, or at least wouldn't work properly, but there's no issue with the back brake itself, it's just the handbrake. So I'm thinking it may be like the spring or the adjusters in some way under there. I actually took the one off on the floor down there yesterday from the one that I was going to put on Cooey, just to have a look at it before I actually took it off the car, and that one's quite rusty as well, but works presumably. So I'm going to have a look at it. I'm going to get some oil on it, get some brake cleaner all over it, and see if I can do that. If it needs any adjustment, I'll try that. If it don't work, I might change the cylinder, or what I might do, because I don't really know or think it is the cylinder, I think what I might do is get it booked in at the garage next week. Get them to do that, sort that out, whatever it is that's causing it, sort that out once and for all. The springs will be done by then, and then just re-MOT it, and then we'll be done. So the next video you see on Project Dirt won't be until the MOT is done and it's ready to go. So that, my friends, is it for now. So again, as always, thanks for watching. If you're a casual subscriber, please hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and share as well. I always read comments, as I always say. So stay safe, and we'll see you on the next one.